Indy. Yep. On to Indy. Head coach, Tony Dungy.
That's what I went with.
Okay. Super Bowl champ, 2000s All-Decade Team, Hall of Famer. Best winning percentage in Colts history at .759, so he basically wins 76% of his games.
Yep.
Was the coach through most of Peyton Manning's prime years in Indy, and those two were a match made in heaven, so this was an easy choice for me.
Yeah, you can guess who I went with quarterback as well.
Yeah. We should shout out guys like Unitas, but this was Peyton Manning's spot. It always was.
It's the house Manning built.
Yeah. So quarterback is Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Now allow me to just, if you would, allow me to recite the accolades of Peyton Manning.
Sure.
11 Pro Bowls in Indy, 5-time first-team All-Pro, 3-time second-team All-Pro, Offensive Player of the Year, 4-time MVP, 2-time passing yards leader. I lost my place on there. 3-time touchdowns leader, a Super Bowl champion, all-time Super Bowl champion, 2000s All-Decade Team, NFL 100 Team, Walter Payton Man of the Year, Hall of Famer. Like it, he owns every Colts passing stat. It's Peyton Manning's spot.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I've been to Lucas Oil Stadium. I got to see a preseason game there last year with some of my good friends. That place doesn't exist without Peyton Manning.
No. Now, running back was tough.
Yeah, I want to hear what you went with.
Okay. This could have been a few people. I narrowed it down to 2. I went with Jonathan Taylor.
Bro, same. Okay. I thought I was going to be the crazy
This really could have been Edgerrin James. But Jonathan Taylor, right at the start of his career, 1-time Pro Bowler, 1-time first-team All-Pro. In the first two years of his career, he's on pace to surpass Edgerrin James, who was my next closest guy. His 2021 season in particular, 1,811 rushing yards, 18 rushing touchdowns, 5.3 yards per carry. His receiving stats put him over 2,000 all-purpose yards and 20 touchdowns. He's on pace to be the best back for the Colts.
Yeah.
And this makes him a worthy selection here. You could have gone Marshall Faulk also, but he just did not play as long in Indy. And I think Taylor will be there longer.
Yeah, they're going to want to lock that one down big time. I think the big reason why they love having Matt Ryan over there right now is that team is built to win with Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan doesn't have to be MVP Matt Ryan. That O-line is incredible. Jonathan Taylor can do what he does. I have had Jonathan Taylor on my fantasy team for 2 years. We have keepers in our league, so we lock down 2 guys a season to hold on to and build our teams kind of around that. So I've had Jonathan Taylor for 2 years now, and last year was just insane watching him rack up points for me. And
the question is,
he's a stud.
Would you rather, who do you think's better, him or Henry?
I'd rather have Jonathan Taylor.
For 1 year or going forward?
Going forward.
Okay.
I love Derrick Henry.
Because I was thinking that too. I think if you're just giving me next year, I'd probably rather have Derrick Henry.
Sure.
But I think going forward, Jonathan Taylor, he might be the best player at the least valuable position, but he's still the best player at it going forward. So wide receiver. Again, we got 3. This is an offense built around passing where we got Peyton Manning, and there is no player that Peyton Manning ever had a better connection with than Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, he's my number 1 as well. Hall of Fame guy, 8 Pro Bowls, 3 first-team All-Pros. Just great connection with Manning the whole time. I mean, it was
he led the league in receiving twice, reception yards twice, or receiving yards twice, receptions twice.
Yeah.
Touchdowns co-leader, 2000s All-Decade Team, NFL 100 Team, Super Bowl champ, Hall of Famer, and he leads the Colts all-time in receiving yards. My 3 receivers are all the top 3 Colts receivers in like yards in their history, and they go in that order basically. Number 2 is Reggie Wayne.
That's what I got. Number 2.
6 Pro Bowls, 6 Pro Bowls, first team All-Pro, 2-time second team All-Pro, receiving yards leader once, Super Bowl champ, second all time in Colts receiving history. He might get into the Hall of Fame himself. Wouldn't be shocked by it. Marvin Harrison was a lock. But I think Reggie Wayne can find his way there for sure.
Reggie Wayne deserves consideration. Hopefully, getting him in there eventually.
Did you do 3 receivers?
I did 3 receivers. Yeah.
My third one was T.Y. Hilton.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
4 Pro Bowls. He led the league in receiving once. 3rd all time in receiving yards for the Colts. So it goes in that order. Harrison first, Wayne second, Hilton third.
That's what I got.
All right. Crazy. Tight end. I thought this was going to be tougher than it was, but John Mackey's my tight end.
That's what I went with.
5 Pro Bowls, 3-time first team All-Pro, Super Bowl champ, one-time NFL champ, so before the Super Bowl era.
Yep.
60s All-Decade Team, NFL and 100 teams, Hall of Famer. This has to be considered as well. Even though he played in the 60s, he is still 8th all-time in Colts receiving history, and this is a franchise that has thrown the ball a lot between Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
So that is no small feat. Dallas Clark was briefly considered to appear on here, but John Mackey just has done more of everything.
Yeah, it was.
So that's the tight end.
It was Dallas Clark until it was John Mackey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that. So moving on to the line. Left tackle, I got Jim Parker.
Okay.
8-time Pro Bowler, 9-time first team All-Pro, 1-time second team All-Pro, 50s All-Decade Team, NFL 75 and 100 team, 2-time NFL champion, Hall of Famer.
He was under a guard for me.
Really? I got him at tackle.
I have him as my right guard.
Right guard?
Hey, you know what? Whatever. He's on the O-line. We had the same thought process.
Fair enough. Left guard, I got Quentin Nelson.
Left guard, I have Quentin Nelson. Left tackle for me is Anthony Costanzo.
Really?
Yeah. Because, again, I was under the impression that Jim Parker was guard.
Well, I don't think I would have had Costanzo either way. But fair enough. Why do you have Costanzo?
A just consistent guy. Big presence on the line. I like having him next to Nelson over there. They were a good combo from when they were playing for a little bit. Just having him. It was basically because of the impression of Jim Parker being my guard. I was like, okay, I need a solid left tackle. Went with a guy who I felt like I can trust, and that was Anthony.
Fair enough. I just looked it up. He played. You could put him at either, really. He played at tackle for 5 years, guard at 3. Pro Bowler and all. Pro Bowler at both.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing him at tackle.
You throw him at tackle, I'll throw him in at guard.
All right, so Quentin Nelson, 4 Pro Bowls, 3-time first team All-Pro, second team All-Pro.
Yes, sir.
So keep in mind, he's only 4 years into his career and has those accolades. He's somebody that's going to be a Hall of Famer that's on this line.
Yeah.
I think center was pretty easy.
Jeff Saturday.
Yep. Another Pro Bowler and All-Pro. And I'm not sure that he'll ever find his way into the Hall of Fame. He could, but he was definitely somebody who was at the top of his position while he was playing.
Yeah.
My right guard, I got Art Spinney.
Okay.
2 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pros, 2-time NFL champion.
Okay.
And then right tackle, I got Chris Hinton.
I got Tariq Glenn.
Okay, I went Hinton because 6 Pro Bowls, first team All-Pro, 3-time second team All-Pro.
Yeah, Tariq Glenn, another accomplished guy. Right tackle, just having him protect well with the rest of this line, give Jonathan Taylor a chance to run the ball.
Fair enough. So yeah, we got a pretty good line, honestly.
Yeah, either way.
Defense. I got 4 D linemen, 3 backers on this one. First DN, I got Dwight Freeney.
Okay, me too.
7 Pro Bowls, 3 first team All-Pros, second team All-Pro, sack leader once, 2000s All-Decade Team, Super Bowl champ. He's known for a devastating spin move, and he's second all-time in sacks for the Colts with 107.5.
Dude's a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was unstoppable watching him play sometimes.
All right, D-tackle. I got a modern one. First up, I got DeForest Buckner.
Okay.
Because I think he's going to become that guy there.
Yeah.
1 Pro Bowl, first team All-Pro. Only been in Indy for second year. Second year was hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's already made a big impact in the middle of the Colts defense. I've seen him also for what he did in San Francisco and the type of player that he is. Dominant first year in Indy, hurt second year, but when he played, also dominant.
For sure.
So I got him at D-tackle.
I'm as D-tackle 2. D-tackle 1 is going to be Art Donovan.
We had the same dudes, just flipped.
Yeah, flipped it around. Hall of Famer, 5 Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pro first teams. Destructive force on the defense. Just put him with Dwight Freeney and put him with, Marcus Buckner. You just got yourself an unstoppable combo there.
All right, my other DN, I got Gino Marchetti. 11 Pro Bowls, 9-time first team All-Pro, second team All-Pro, sack leader, 50s All-Decade Team, NFL 50th, 75th, and 100th teams, 2-time champion, Hall of Famer.
He's on mine too. You can't stop this D-line. It's actually...
It's really tough, too.
Kind of incredible how good it is.
It'll be tough, too, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, linebacker. My middle linebacker, I got Darius Leonard.
Okay.
3 Pro Bowls, 3 first-team All-Pros, second-team All-Pro, 1-time forced fumble leader, and this is just within the first couple years of his career.
I have him as a right outside linebacker because for my middle linebacker, I have Dick Szymanski. Just a acclaimed guy from a little bit of an older time. But definitely, up there in the tackle list for Colts and everything like that. Just kind of a good middle linebacker, a good mic to have, giving Darius Leonard a chance to kind of do what he does in rep game plans a little bit more often. With my left outside linebacker, I went with Robert Mathis.
Yep, that's the 5-time Pro Bowler, first team All-Pro once, 3-time forced fumbles leader, Colts all-time leading sack guy with 123. He also holds records for the most career forced fumbles with 54 and tied for the most forced fumbles in a season with 10. My other linebacker is Ted Hendricks.
Okay.
3-time Pro Bowler, first team All-Pro, second team All-Pro, Super Bowl champ, Hall of Famer, known for his years with another team as well, but his time in Indy was elite.
Clearly, yeah. No, I mean, honestly, they've had pretty solid defensive pieces that, especially when it comes to that. I mean, Robert Mathis.
I mean, I'm going to have Mathis and Marchetti and Freeney running stunts off each other.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
No, yeah. It is crazy how good this entire roster has already come out to be.
All right, so corner. Number 1, I got Bobby Boyd.
That's what I went with. 60s All-Decade team, 57 picks, first team All-Pro 3 times.
Yep. All-time pick leader for the Colts with 57.
Exactly.
Who's your other corner?
I went with Vontae Davis.
So did I.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have something different. All right, talk about Vontae Davis.
Vontae Davis, he was just consistent when he was there in his time for the Colts, constantly, being able to match up with whoever they had thrown his way.
All right.
Finally ends up moving on to the Bills to finish out his career.
Infamously retire at halftime.
Infamously retire at halftime. I had to bring it up, otherwise, that's part of the reason he's on this list is because he just fucking
just for that.
Yeah, because he's that much of a stud.
Safety, Vontae Davis is really good. Not as acclaimed. He's got like 2 Pro Bowls, but he was good. Safety is super interesting to me for the Colts. Mostly for one guy. This is one of the biggest what ifs in terms of like injury guys, and that's Bob Sanders.
Yep.
2-time Pro Bowler, 2-time first team All-Pro, a defensive player of the year, a Super Bowl champ. He really was like he was arguably the best safety in the league in a year where Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu were both playing as well.
Yeah.
Like when he was healthy, that's the type of level he was playing at. The dude couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah.
But Bob Sanders is like no slouch at safety. Sort of gets lost in like the shuffle of a bunch of dudes of like Brian Dawkins, Polamalu, Reed, whole bunch of guys like that.
Yep.
But Bob Sanders was an absolute monster when he played, and I got him at free safety. And I still remember a story that Matt Forte told about his rookie year in the league, and how his welcome to the NFL moment was he hit the hole running hard. Bob Sanders hit him, and like half his body went numb. Oh. And he was like, whoa. So that's what you got coming at you from the free safety spot. I'm giving Bob Sanders room to freaking run up and be a missile.
Yeah, that's what I got there too. I mean, it was very much just a bummer with the injuries and everything like that.
Yep.
Because freight train is basically what you call this guy.
Yeah. Smaller dude, about 5'9".
But hit like a freaking truck.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Strong safety, I think we might differ. I went Antoine Bethea.
I went Andy Nelson.
Okay, thank God we did go something different.
Finally.
So I went Bethea, 2-time Pro Bowler and a Super Bowl champ. Also safety in the modern era. I value safeties in the modern era because I think older safeties, they were primarily tasked with run defense. Modern safeties are more accumulated or like acclimated to being a hybrid.
Sure.
And being able to cover and tackle. So oftentimes for me, if there's a modern option at safety that was very good, I'll lean that way.
Sure.
And that's how Bethea ended up on this list.
I thought about him. I wanted to pick him, but I went with Andy Nelson, All-Pro first team, 59, 32 picks. I mean, I figured if you're getting not only first team in 1959, but you're also able to rack up 32 picks, you kind of understand the whole ball hawking kind of mentality. So I went with a guy who, hopefully can let Bob Sanders be a little bit more of the run support guy, and this guy just make sure you watch over the top.
All right.
A few picks if you need it.
On to special teams, kicker, Vinatieri,
and then punter, McAfee.
Yeah.
Honestly, you
Pro Bowl,
got to put them together.
Yeah. Vinatieri, Pro Bowler, first team All-Pro, Super Bowl champ with the Colts, Hall of Famer, 2000s All-Decade team.
Yep.
McAfee, 2-time Pro Bowler, first team All-Pro. While an elite punter, he was also a great tackler and could throw the ball.
Yep.
I don't think we're going to be doing too much special shit on special teams in terms of punting because I think this offense will score more than it won't.
Yeah.
But you have the option.
Yeah, it's good to have
And then kicker, I went Clarence Verdon. He was a 2-time Pro Bowl returner. So
kick returner.
Yeah.
Okay.
For returner, yeah.
Okay.
But the Colts have an interesting special teams group.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very interesting group. Just because if you have to, you could be multi-layered.
Yeah.
So, that is the Colts.